maybe the Gronk, or maybe someone else on the team, or maybe TB himself. Somehow Tom Brady's diet got into my text messages. And so, we just watching the Super Bowl, thinking about the Super Bowl champs, thinking about he and his wife and their kids and the family.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that, I'm not saying this for the first time. People are talking about he's a very experienced player for the NFL,
he's old for
40s.
the NFL. He's 43 years old.
Now, see, when you get to be my age, you don't like to use that O word. You don't even think about that O word.
When you compare him to like a 25-year-old Mahomes, then there's a bit of a age gap there.
There's a margin. Sure. There's a margin. A lot of people do dry January. I was talking to my friend Dana, and she was telling me she did a dry January. I'm thinking about doing a Tom Brady February. And even though we've already sort of gotten into February, I may carry it. You may carry it half the month or over till March, but he does no sugar. Okay.
I'm out.
The guy eats no white flour.
Okay.
No iodized salt and no MSG. I'm good with all that. Okay. Check.
Okay, good. You're good so far.
Now this is music to my ears because, I'm studying how to make my own olive oil.
Right. You're like an olive oil scientist.
Not yet. I'm a student.
Mm-hmm.
He uses raw olive oil, but never cooks with it because it does not have a high heat index, which all of we students know.
Mm-hmm.
He only cooks with coconut oil. Yes, I got that.
Okay.
Oh, he uses Himalayan pink salt.
Oh, I use that. Okay. I
feel
like I'm salt. Just like Tom.
Yeah, that's that pretty salt.
It's pretty salt, but it's not as salty as like regular salt.
Now, here's something that's controversial, and I've asked doctors about it. Tom Brady does not eat nightshades.
Yeah.
So
what
that
are
means, nightshades are mushrooms, eggplants, tomatoes, and peppers. I can live in a world of no mushrooms or eggplants.
I love all those things.
What's
the deal with those?
They're inflammatory. But tomatoes, tomatoes combat prostate cancer. Tomatoes can be good for you as well. So I'm thinking in my version of the TBD, the Tom Brady diet that I might try, I would cut out eggplants, mushrooms, peppers. I don't think I'd cut out tomatoes.
Oh.
So that's some of the specifics of Tom Brady. He posted up on his TB12 website, and I don't know if he abides specifically by this, but this is the list he put up. So I'd imagine he has a version of this all the time. 80% fruits, veggies, whole grains, nuts, and seeds. Then 20% protein, chicken, red meat, seafood. I could do that. Eat until you're 75% full. Well, that's part of the Blue Zone diet too. If you look at some of the folks who live in the Blue Zone, they stop eating when they're 75% full as well. Because what happens is when you feel, your brain doesn't know you're full for another 30 minutes. So at 75% full, your brain's going to you're not full yet, but in 30 minutes you are full.
Interesting. That's so genius. But how do you know? Like, how do you gauge that? Like, how do you do one more bite and then you're over 75%?
You're satisfied, but you're not full. It's right in the middle of satisfied and full.
Wow, you really got to train your brain.
But what's going to happen is your brain will tell you in 25 or 23 minutes that you are full. You just got to get to that point. See, what happens is we eat till we're full, then we feel full because our brain's like, dude, you're killing me. Max 2 cups of coffee, no caffeine afternoon. I don't do that.
Well, yeah, I can't do that either.
And no food within 3 hours of going to bed. That's tough, but I can do it.
That's doable as well.
So I might try. I actually think I'm going to try this. Why don't we get through? I got a big celebration this weekend for Valentine's Day. So why don't we get through that? And then next week.
Yeah, everything's going to be an excuse.
No, next week I can start. If you just hold me to it, next week I'll start and I'll report to you what I'm having.
So you're doing a half February Tom Brady diet.
I'm going to do 2 weeks of it and see how I feel.
2 weeks is great.
All right, that's settled. Anybody want to do it with us? We can all start together next week.
I'm not against it. I'm not against trying.
And if any listeners want to sort of, you'll try too. You got to write down what you eat. That's the key.
I'll try.
All right, you got to record what you eat. So we'll do a Tom Brady diet February to March and see how we feel.
All right, we'll see who taps out first.
Okay, cool.
Probably me.
It doesn't say anything about tequila, so I'm just telling you. I didn't see.
What about tacos? Can you eat tacos?
Well, it depends what you make them of.
Right.
So you got to look at
you can put like the meat on lettuce.
Yeah. Those are not tacos.
Well, listen, you either commit to it or you don't. All right.
Right.
This is not about the Taco Chronicles.
We'll hold each other accountable. Keep the text chain going.
Chronicle.
We're coming back.